How's everyone doing? That's a light on my forehead. In January, Carmen asked me if I would be willing to teach a background investigation class to the Youth Public Safety Academy. I wasn't familiar with the academy, but I figured I'd give up an hour or two of my time to help the youth. When last Thursday arrived and I got to the academy, I was surprised to see that the ages range from 8 to 26. So obviously I had to change my approach to the class. I talked briefly about navigating life for the older students when it comes to preparing themselves for job interviews, and then I went on to answer a bunch of questions that the students had. When I was done, I stayed behind and had about a 30-minute conversation with three of the young men. One in particular grabbed a piece of my heart and made me realize that life is truly bigger than myself. Before I left, Carmen told me that she was going at some point to buy some clothes for a handful of the students who didn't have their uniform for tonight. I headed home that day and I thought about what I just heard and experienced. So Friday morning, as I sat on the couch, sorry, I'm getting spam calls like crazy. Friday morning, as I sat on the couch having my coffee, I wondered if there's anything that I could do to help. When I was teaching a class, there was one student in particular who asked a million questions. Where is she? She knows who she is. Where's she at? I guess she's shy. Sam? All right. So I'm a retired law enforcement officer. I served about close to 30 years in public service. I was 4 years in the U.S. Coast Guard. I spent 22 years at Contra Costa Office of the Sheriff, where I was a deputy, sergeant, and lieutenant. And I finished my career serving for the Richmond Police Department. I retired in 2018, and now I own my own private investigation business. So last Thursday, when Sam asked me the question, she asked if it was okay to make mistakes. And my response to her was absolutely. It's okay to make mistakes on 5 conditions. So long as your mistake doesn't get yourself hurt, your partner's hurt, the public hurt, you learn from your mistakes and you don't make that same mistake again. And lastly, you have to acknowledge your mistakes. I've made several mistakes in my life, in my career, but I'm man enough to admit it. She then asked me if it was okay to ask for help. It's always okay to ask for help. These kids get me choked up. So as I sat on the couch last Friday thinking about what Carmen had told me, I figured I'd ask my friends for help. So I made a Facebook post detailing my experience with the students the day before. I was hoping to get maybe $500 or $600 so we could buy outfits for them for tonight. Well, and here's a lesson to you, all the cadets. When you're upfront with people, honest, caring, and have genuine concern for people, others see that in you, and it'll come back to you at some point. Because I asked my friends stepped up, and instead of $500 or $600, ready yet? I collected $17,200. So, people truly care about the youth, especially the ones who are striving to do better. Your dedication and commitment has been noticed. I talked to you about starting a savings account and ultimately building up your credit. So I have a bag of envelopes with cards for each of you, and don't let anyone take these cards from you. So it's a little something to help you kickstart that savings account. I'd also like to give the Youth Public Safety Academy 5 $1,000 scholarships to be given to deserving students who meet the criteria. Has everyone heard of Shop with a Cop? So in December, police departments do Shop with a Cop, where deserving kids are taken out and they're afforded gifts for themselves and their family, So this year, I'm going to work with Ed and Carmen. We're going to select 12 deserving kids for the community, and they're going to enjoy a shop with a retired cop. And I'll take them out and hopefully give them a Christmas like they've never experienced. And the remainder is going to be gifted to the Youth Public Safety Academy. And you're right, Ed. I'll finish. I'll finish with this. When we die, we're going to have 2 dates. Our year of birth and the year that we died. We have no control over the first number. We have limited control over the second number, but we have absolute total control over the dash between those 2 numbers. What's that dash going to say about you? Make that dash matter. The top of the mountain is the bottom of the next mountain. Don't ever stop climbing. At this stage of your life, I'm not worried about the outcome. I'm more concerned about the effort. Thank you.